How old are you? How old are you, Mal?
I'm 30.
All right, boom, you're 30. So let's say 21. You met a guy in 21. Let's say you had a high school sweetheart. It didn't work. At 21, y'all was together for 3 years. That's 3 years out of your life that's gone. That's one man. So around 24, 25, you met a man on the job, or say you met a man on vacation. Y'all kicked it for about 4 or 5 years. That's two men. Now you about 27, 28. You say, you know what? I don't want to date no more. But all of a sudden, this guy comes out of nowhere. He sweeps you off your feet. You kick it for about a good 6 months to a year. That didn't work. That's three men. By the time you hit 30, you ran into another man. You're like, damn, I can't seem to get away from men, but I'm trying to be to myself and be celibate. But here comes this another guy. This guy might be the guy for you. Now that's four men. So when you keep asking how did 7 women come about, I just gave it to you. And life,
so come on, Ghost. 7 though.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Sometimes in life, you got people that meet people, don't meet people, kick it. You got one night stands.
But you don't lay down and have children with these people, though.
You don't have to, but listen to what I'm saying. It's not about this. I want people to get the 7 out of their head. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying.
7 is crazy.
There's people that got 15 to 20. Trust me.
That's even more crazy. What I'm saying is, if I'm dating a guy and I see he don't have any qualities of being a father, he don't know how to save his money, he don't know how to lead. All these things that I see in a man, he's fine to date, but he will be a horrible father. And I know that.
But so why are you practicing? Why would you?
What I'm saying is, what I was
because
trying to understand.
He's a good boyfriend or he's a good husband, but he's not a good father. I can see those qualities and traits in the person.
But what I was trying to explain to you was,
you can see that.
I want you listen. I want you to get the number out of your head. I want you to understand.
I'm not single. What are you talking about?
Listen. I want you to understand this, Mal. Some people date like that. Nobody is intentionally. There is some people, but I don't think the average person intentionally says, I want to have all these kids. Look at the Wayans family. Look at the Jackson family. All these things, right? Some people want a big family. So there's people that says this. If he wants a big family, you'll have some people say, well, you better make the money to, support a big family.
Sorry.
So some people say, well, I can afford it. Some people I don't want that many kids. Some people say they don't want any kids at all. What happens in life is there's people that meet people that says, hey, I want a big family. I never had that. So they're going to go out there and they're going to sell their wild oats. It might sound crazy to you, but it might not be crazy to him. If that man didn't never have a family, he feels like he want to have a family of his own, and he gets old enough and now he can make his own decisions. He said, this is what I want. I can't knock that man for having that many kids. I can't knock him for the women that he met.
I'm not knocking him for how many children he had.
Well, you actually do.
I'm saying the mistakes of picking a women that don't want to take care of their children and just let you take full custody of that.
I never said that.
Gotta find the right
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she listened.
I never said that, Mal.
You don't have to say it. You have full custody of all 10 of your kids.
Can I say one thing?
So then go make
you don't have to say it. They're not the mothers don't have custody of their children.
Why are you on here getting on his ass?
All the numbers say this: a man raising a child, the statistics is way better than a 2-parent household.
No, I'm not going to agree. I'm not saying that.
Those are the numbers. You don't have to agree. Those are statistics.
I'm not.
None of my children are in prison. All my children got jobs.
Where the mothers at?
Ma'am, they're still in their lives. Ma'am, they know their mother. The only difference, ma'am, and what you're saying is, the only difference is instead of the children living with their mom and me being on the outside, the children are with me and the moms. What's the difference? They
OG, save your breath, OG.
You're explaining.
Here's the difference. The difference is because most courthouses will not have a man be the primary custodian of a child, right? Unless there's something truly wrong.
Ma'am, that's not.
I admire you for what you do. I admire you for what you do. But as someone who works in the legal field, I understand how this works. In order for the courthouse to allow you full custody, there's something wrong. I admire what you do.
It always got to be something wrong when a man is stepping up.
Hold on, ma'am.
Talking about the mothers. There's something wrong with the mothers.
Hold on, ma'am. This is the part that y'all don't understand. Okay, here's the situation. If you had a baby daddy, I'm just asking, ma'am. I'm just putting a scenario out. If you had a baby daddy, he's got a business, he's got a generational house. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay no mortgage. I stay on 150 acres. You got me? Hey man, I got a house that's been on this property for over 80 years.
Why are you not with the women
on this property? Hey, because I made bad choices at bad times in my life. We were just out here just being young, and we made mistakes. But here's the thing. We made a
contract. Being the father, she's not even the mother.
I'm talking about the women. I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the women that he chose.
So why
y'all keep on making bad about him?
Bad with her when she has no disagreement with you.
I'm not talking bad about him.
Okay, so if you can look down on me,
I'm not looking down on you.
So what are you actually saying then?
I'm looking down on the women, to be honest.
The only thing that Malaya just wants to know, why do you have custody of your children? I want to know what she's actually wanting to say.
That the conscious decision when we sat down and talked, the better environment, the better situation, the more stable.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say this, y'all. Hold on.
Hey, Ghost, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get on your panel, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Don't go nowhere. Listen. Let me say it because I see what's going on, right?
Man, God,
I got you.
This is just hard.
They're trying to figure out. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
One bad apple, my nigga.
Hold on. They trying to figure out. I don't know why, but how did you get custody? So let me give you this then. I raised 3 children. I had custody of my 2 daughters and my son. Their mother was not around. No, I did not ask for child support. I still have my son to this day. All right. It just happened that way. You know, she wanted to live her life or whatever the case may be. I said, fuck it. Now, did I know what I was doing? No. I will never forget the day I seen my children standing there, 1, 2, 3. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. One was about yay high. One little chubby one. One little one. They was all like a step, right? And I'm sitting there like, God, I don't think I can do this. There was a part of me that felt that if I would have gave them away, that I was never going to see them the way I was. I was meant to be in their life for a reason, to raise them. We went through hell, homelessness. A lot of people aren't to know my story. A lot of people in here that know my story. You understand what I'm saying? So when the same questions y'all asking him, the state would ask me. And I would tell him the same thing. I was like, she's not around. I need X, Y, and Z. I need medical assistance for my kids, things like that. I didn't focus on where she was at. Like some of the people in the system and all that, they couldn't believe that I was able to raise children, which I don't think is right. Just because I'm a man don't mean that I can't raise no kids. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes that is a huge stereotype that I don't like at all for anybody. I don't think it's all right for a man to say to a woman, like, how did you do all this? It's not how you did it. It's what you have in you to actually be able to do that, period. So the fact that he has 7 children and he's raising them, that's good because he can financially take care of them. He was more stable and he had the mental capacity to do it because some people couldn't. You know how many men I ran across with just me having 3 that was like, yo, I'd have gave my kids up. I only met 2 men that was like, I would raise them. But I couldn't understand how every other man was like, yo, I couldn't keep my kids. Fuck that. I'd have gave them to my grandmother or somebody. I want to live my life. And I'm like, that's selfish. But again, that came from me. I was yearning for something that I didn't have coming up. And I knew that it was going to come from a child that I created. So when he says, stop saying mistake, bro, you made a decision. There's nothing wrong with admitting a decision that you made. It ain't for everybody to understand the decisions that people make. If you made it, you fucking made it. I made the decision to do the same stupid ass shit. So here's the reality of it. You understand what I'm saying? We all do it. There's some people that get married too soon. And the first thing people say is, did you see the red flags? And you like, yeah, but you know why a lot of people look past the red flags? Let me tell y'all something. When the heart wants what it wants. Listen, when the heart wants what it wants, you don't look at red flags. That is a problem that a lot of us make mistakes with. All you look at is what is in front of you. You're willing to go through the high and hell of depths for that woman or that man. Red flag.
May I ask a question to you, sir? May I ask a question? What if there was a female, right, that said I had, and this, I'd like an honest answer, to where they said I have 7 baby daddies.
The man's going.
How would you feel about pursuing him?
So depending on what the woman looks like, you want my honest answer? The man will wife her. If she don't look like shit, he ain't gonna wife her. He gonna dog her out. That's the honest answer. If that woman looks good, he's gonna wife her. He ain't gonna give a shit. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is if that woman looks like Beyonce to him I met, he's gonna pop another one in her. Because one thing I learned
he's gonna be another baby dad.
Exactly. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the circle of life. You probably never heard this before, but I'm giving you the straight up truth. There's some men that feel threatened by having another man's seed around them. Because guess what happens? When a woman is carrying that baby for 9 months, she's carrying your legacy. And some men can't handle that because they feel like there's always going to be that time where that man is going to have number one priority to that woman, even if they can't stand each other, all because that little boy or girl running around. So some niggas feel as though if I come behind this man, either I'm going to marry her to make me feel dominant or I'm going to pop a kid in. Most niggas will pop a kid in a woman because they want to know as soon as this baby come out, oh, he's out the way. That's an insecurity that most niggas have.
Crazy, no, but you don't value a woman that has had less sexual partners that have given 7 baby dads. Right.
Hey, may I speak on that?
Let's be honest. You want someone that's
I gave you one.
Yeah. Okay, check this out. Now, I'm ladies. I'm 66 years old, and I hear this narrative that men, you know, the value of women that been with a lot of dudes or have a lot of children. Ma'am, I'm a dude, okay? Listen at me. Please listen at me. Ma'am, I have dated
unmarried. It's still unmarried.
Are you married?
What I'm saying to you, ma'am, is your perception of dudes that won't date a woman because she have children, ma'am, I'm telling you, that woman will still not have a problem by getting no dude.
Not a good one.
I promise you.
If I can just explain this, okay? So let's say
I'm a good dude.
Why are you so defensive?
All the time.
Why is he so defensive?
Y'all gotta let the ladies go on this. How about we do
He's
this?
so defensive.
This is what I'm gonna do, right?
He yells all the time.
Let me make this easy. Hold on. Listen. Let me make this easier.
Problem.
Let me make this easier. This is what I'm gonna do. The box that I'm in, I'm gonna put everybody in this box one by one. That way everybody can get it out. All right. We're gonna do single file line. Like, come on now, we all adults in this motherfucker. Like, this is crazy. So now listen, again, you know, man, I appreciate everything. Auntie, thank you. If anybody else can do it, like I said, I'll put my CA in there. You can send me between $5, $10, and $15, $20. I ain't gonna sit there and ask y'all for $150,000. I'm not that type of nigga. But just support me that way, because you know what I'm saying? I do got a family to support myself, and this is how I do it. So when I put my cash up in there, whatever y'all can send, I'm cool with it.
Are you from Baltimore?
Yes.
I hear your accent. I love Baltimore accents.
Thank you. Who wants to go in the box first?
Yes, I do. Real quick. I'm going to be real quick.
Got you, Auntie.
Okay. I'm going to be real quick. Okay. So anyway, I want to say good morning to all you wonderful people. And then secondly, I would like to say that statistically, if a woman has more than 2 kids or whatever, her chances are slim to get a really good man to take care of her. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what is the definition of a good man? The definition of a good man is someone... No, I'm going to go back. Because all men are good, and regardless of their financial situation, that doesn't determine it. But I would say this, that if a woman that has like more than like 2, 3 kids or whatever, her chances statistically are slimmer to get a man that's willing to take care of her and the children, because a lot of times men that don't have any kids and they want to, be a part of a relationship with a woman, they do look at, well, how many kids you have, how many, baby daddies that are in those kids' lives. So don't now statistically, you got 5 kids, your chances are more slimmer that you're going to find a man that's going to take care of you and your 5 kids. So I just want to put that out there. So I'll rest my case. That's it. Thank you.
All right, Auntie. Who want to go on the big box next?
I'll go.
All right.
Hey, I've been a part of the fatherhood program for 15 years. I help young men when they get out of prison, reconnect with their children, to be better fathers. I've been doing it 15 years. So I know a lot about the law when it comes to child support. Okay, number 2. I get the statistic, but if you want to pull out statistics, hell, 80% of the women with multiple children are having children by 20%. Me, as a person that's been on this earth for 6 decades, I can wholeheartedly tell you, I have been watching my whole entire life dudes date women with children. And they're not their children. They're not their children. As a matter of fact, if you really want to be honest, I doubt there's a single person up here on this panel, men-wise, that's never dated a woman that had a child that wasn't his. I promise you they have. You know what I'm saying? And a woman having a child is not a determination, because at the end of the day, guess how it starts? The man gets involved with the woman. It's how he connects with the woman. And like Ghost said, depending on what type of person you are, your morals, your values, and what that person does for you will depend on the value of you determining whether that's the person you want to be with. And I wholeheartedly will tell you, 90% of the men, if it's a woman that meets the criteria emotionally, when it comes to them, they'll take on that. They will take on them stepchildren. It doesn't matter, like body count. Y'all holler out body count. All these dudes sit up here and cap, because at the end of the day, if you've been with a woman for 15 years and it's been good, and all of a sudden you find out she got 100 bodies and you just cut it off based on how other people feel, man, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about your body count. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing at all. I care about what's in front of me and what and who I'm dealing with right now, and what me and you got going on. I don't
So
care
maybe,
about
so
other
maybe,
people.
so maybe that's the reason why you're in the predicament that you're in.
Hey, I said
I'm done. Hey, she got it, bro.
I will say this though. When it do come down to the body count thing, I hear a lot of people talking about that, right? And this is what I'm going to say for me personally with the body count. I don't care about a woman's body count. That's just me, because I know that is in this world that we live in, it's going to happen. That's reality. There's some people with low body count, and there's some people with high body counts, right? The body counts don't make the person makes the body counts. So a woman can sleep with 20 men. How does she act? The man could have slept with 150 women. How does he act? So when a lot of people say, the body count, me, if I worry about my woman being with 15 men and I let that fuck with my psyche so bad, I would never trust her. I would be insecure, all these other things, right?
So you don't think if a woman is sleeping around or a man sleeping around?
I'm not going to call it. I'm just going to say she experienced life. Everybody jumps off the porch differently.
But that shows how you care about yourself, though.
This world would be too much alike. You notice this world is not alike for a reason. Everybody don't jump out the porch and go to college the same way. Everybody don't jump off the porch and get married. That's what everybody keeps missing. They say, oh, well, if you had a kid, you should have got married. If that was the case, we all would have been married at a time when we had a child. You clearly don't see that happening. Marriage isn't for everyone. Having children isn't for everyone. If people start really understanding what's for everyone as opposed to what's not, I think people will understand the laws of life more better than what we think in our own opinion.
But if you giving your body out to people, it shows who you are. It shows how you carry yourself.
So can I ask you a question?
It speaks to your character.
Oh, let me get who wanted to go in the box next? Hold on,
Lauren, I think Lauren wanted to go in the box.
I'm gonna give everybody. I'm gonna put everybody in the big box. Who wanted to go next?
Lauren wanted to speak. Lauren.
All right, Nisi, let me know when you want to go, sis, and everybody, and Guru too. Like I'm gonna be fair. I ain't gonna just, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead, Lord.
I think that when it comes to, if we really think about it in terms of like an upper class, right? I understand how things happen in certain circumstances, but my dad, I'm just going to give an example. He wouldn't allow me to date men with children if I didn't have kids yet. Like I feel like that would be, well, I know that would be a problem for him. And I would think the same way of my brother. It's because we want to keep our money within our family, and we want to know that someone has waited for a particular individual to make certain decisions. So yes, once you're divorced at some point, that may be possible. But I think there are times when fathers, mothers, I don't want my son to marry a woman that has children already. Sorry.
All right. Who want to jump in the box next? Guru, you want the box, Guru? Oh, my left.
I really don't.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I guess I'd have more of questions than just wanting to be in the box, but it looks like she left, so I guess I can't ask that particular question. But then I'll just ask this question to Lauren. You said you in the legal field, right? What do you do, if you don't mind my asking?
I don't like to say, but I've been in the legal field in many realms, but I don't like to say on TikTok. I'm sorry.
Okay, well then, all right. Well, I have a question then, because again, I only came up here because I saw the topic child support, and then I've been on Ghost Live before, and I fuck with them. So this is my question to this. So is child support legal or not?
What do you mean? Is it legal?
Well, what do you do for a living? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if you're going to answer this question, I would want you to have the expertise on it.
I can't provide you legal advice, but obviously it's legal if you're not supporting a child when someone files.
Okay, so you're thinking in the wrong way. Is it right? Is it right or wrong in terms of legality? Like, is it fraudulent? Fraudulent. That's the term I want. Is it fraud?
I don't think it's fraudulent, because I think that both parents should be.
No, it's not a feeling thing. You got to know, is it fraudulent or not?
There's an obligation to both parents taking care of a child
between the two verbally, right? Like within the two parenthoods,
if
right?
They can agree.
Not any outside situation, right?
Sure, if they can agree to if they have an agreement, sure.
Okay, how do you feel about this? So, okay, it takes two to tango, right? I'm gonna start off with that because we're gonna. I know in this conversation we're gonna have to revert back to it takes two to tango. Why is it that men or women get into a relationship, knowing that you're going to have smecks with one another? Why isn't there a understanding that there's a financial responsibility once you have that child? There's only one thing that can come out, two things that can come out of having sex: STDs and babies, right? So if it takes two to tango, why do women run? And I'm not getting on, I can get on men, but my question is for women right now. Why? Because mostly women put men on child support. Why do women run to put men on child support? Why don't they have the financial responsibility to take care of their part of the child if they feel he didn't or not want to have his financial responsibility to take care of the child?
But isn't that automatically assumed in most cases, right? We have the child, we have the household, we have to have another bedroom, we have to, and I'm saying this as a married person, so I'm unbiased.
Well, are you saying that because you read a book on it? Is there like some type of policy or law or rule on that? Or is this just an agreement between the two? Because again, I'm just talking about two people getting together, hopefully knowing that they both should have the financial backing or responsibility for the child if that said child is a product from that said sexual situation. So I'm just wondering, why does a woman go to child support if she does not have the financial responsibility to take care of that child on her half of it, if we got to do a half thing?
Because it's primary, right? So primarily,
what do you mean by primary?
I'll explain. we primarily women, right? We automatically, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what waiting process there is for child support to kick in if you're not fulfilling your obligation, right? It doesn't matter. Women still have to do it no matter what. So
wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? Who's taking care of the kid?
Women have to use child support if the man.
No, that's not what I stated.
Oh, what do you say? Like,
I'm
just get to the
saying
point.
that women automatically, right, are assumed obligation to care for the kid. If not, we go to jail, right? Or the kid gets taken away.
No, ma'am, that's not true, ma'am. A woman can give up her children.
Right, but I'm saying if they have their child, dude. I'm saying if they have their child. We're not talking about relinquishing their rights.
Here, just answer the question for me. I'm gonna ask it again.
I understand your question.
When two people get together and they find each other attractive in an intercourse type of a way, and they engage in that intercourse, why don't, I'm gonna say for right now, why don't they both have their financial backing set for if there was something that happens? We're all human beings. You may not like the person after the fact.
I don't understand your question because I agree with you.
Okay, well, I'll just ask you straight up again. Why do women run to child support in a situation if the man does not want to have responsibility, if the man passes away, whatever? I mean, or not pass away because you can't do that. But then just if he doesn't want to have responsibility, let's just use that. Why does she run? Why doesn't she have the money to take care of the child? Is the question.
Because it's. I'm not going to say anything else. Because it's an obvious answer. So
no, it's not.
I'm not going to say
it's not an obvious answer.
I can answer. I'll say this.
Please,
I was married, so I wasn't attending to be a single mom. And so when the divorce happened, because of the unfaithfulness, people become petty and people use children as pawns. So he chose not to pay. Now, I make my own money as well, but not as much as he. And plus, I didn't have these children by myself. So it is his responsibility not to take care of me, because I'm not that kind of woman, because there are some trifling women out here. I don't even want to see the money. You pay the school directly. You pay that child care directly. You can even bring the food, but if you're going to bring the food, you better bring the popo or somebody that we both neutral, that we both trust.
Okay, I really don't know where you're going with this, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I really just want somebody to answer the question that I asked.
Can I answer your question,
No,
bro?
I just want to know.
Can I answer your question, bro? Because I actually understand what you're saying. Okay. Check this out, because I'm a person that's on both sides of the fence. You know, instead of saying single mom, I'm a single dad. But let's understand something. Here's the answer to his question. When I had my children, regardless of whether the mom was there or not, I wasn't worried about child support. I wasn't worried about nothing else. I knew I could take care of my children.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't have to, you know, when my children are born and we made the decision, I get custody of my children. I don't need you to pay child support. You do whatever you choose to do. That's on you. And I'm grateful for that. But if you don't, I'm still good and I ain't mad at you. Because if I don't have enough, I'm going to figure it out and go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it happen. You got me? Because these are my children. And what he's trying to say is, at the end of the day, if you made the conscious decision to have the child, regardless to the man, if the man was not in the picture, your choice of having the child should have been based on, I can take care of my own child.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
But if I may state something, even if he didn't need the money. So I look at it when I have a son. I have one child. I'm married. And once he becomes of a certain age and once he starts working, right, I'm going to charge him rent. I'm going to charge him something that's reasonable. And then once he moves out, I'm going to give him all the money back. All of the money back.
I agree with that, ma'am.
So I'm saying that it's the same. Like even if my ex-spouse or my ex-boyfriend, whatever it is, even if he can afford our child, I still feel an obligation to contribute. So I would still give him money, and then you can do what you choose. You can save it. You can put it in a high interest savings account. You can do whatever, and you can give him all the money when he turns 18. But it doesn't stop me from feeling like that's also my child so I should also contribute.
But ma'am, you're missing what he said. I agree with you 1,000%.
No, she's answering
what you're
No, she's not.
yeah, but
So
the
let
point,
me
no,
say
she's
let me
not.
say it like this, right?
See,
Let me say let me say this real quick. Let me say this real
Okay,
quick,
okay.
right?
All right.
There's one thing that now I agree. With her idea of saying, you know, get the rent back and all that when the kid get on their own. Some parents, let me tell you, that's a sticky situation, right? Because I've been on the other side where my parents wanted to hit me for money but didn't want to do shit for me. And that's a hard thing because okay, I'm assuming everybody up here is well over 25. What's the first thing when you was coming up? You wanted Jordans, Nikes, or whatever, right? We all had something that we wanted for birthdays, Christmas. When you had the type parents that was either selfish or felt like you didn't need what you wanted, what did you do? You went and got a job so that way you can buy whatever you wanted. Some of us don't understand how bad that scarred us